You're watching HuffPost Live, and I'm Nancy Red. In 1947, Jackie Robinson made history when he took the field for the Brooklyn Dodgers. He broke baseball's color barrier. Today, LGBT equality is a major cultural issue. So are we ready for another historical event when the first openly gay man takes the field, or the court, or the ice? Who knows? But joining us to discuss, we have in our Google Hangout the incredible Chris Kluwe, who's a punter for the Minnesota Vikings. We have Jared Max, who's host of ESPN Radio's Maxed Out in the Morning. He's in New York City. We have Michelangelo Signorile, who's editor-at-large of HuffPost Gay Voices, and Wade Davis Jr., former NFL player and LGBT activist. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I have to go to one of the quotes that you have in here that really inspired the title of our conversation. Have you not heard of Kenny Washington, Jackie Robinson? As recently as 1962, the NFL still had segregation, which was only done away with by brave athletes and coaches daring to speak their mind and do the right thing. And this person who was against your views had the nerve to say that political views have no place in a sport. Well, tell me how you really feel, Chris.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the things. If you look at it, that historically, whenever sports have gotten involved in a political arena, that's generally when the tide of modern opinion shifts. And I think now is the time where as athletes we can make a difference. We can let people know, it's okay to be gay. It's okay to have same-sex marriages because it doesn't affect what you do on the football field at all. It doesn't affect you as a human being at all. We're all American citizens. We're all human beings.
He's really right about when he says when the sports world really kind of takes up civil rights, it really it means that we're really getting to a place that I think really is broad acceptance in the culture. But I would say that we still don't even have in Hollywood an openly gay leading man who has come out. We've certainly got a lot of women who've come out of the closet, and we've got a lot of people who are gay in Hollywood who are, playing all different kinds of roles on sitcoms and others. But we still don't have that leading man who I think is equivalent to probably a hero in sports as well. And I think that's really the frontier in both areas. These people who are really looked up to by young people as superstars, men, and obviously with all the macho that goes with it coming out. I think that's really the next frontier in our culture, whether it's in Hollywood or in the sports world or anybody else.
Okay, Wade, can you give me and viewers a little bit of context? Can you tell us about your experience?
So when I was playing, I wasn't ready to come out. I didn't have any context about what it meant to be a gay man. So it wouldn't have mattered how much money I would have made by being the first out gay athlete. I just wasn't ready for myself. And I think that we often forget that coming out is a very individual process. So for people to be asking a gay athlete to come out, I think we're actually asking the wrong question. Like, when are there going to be more Chris Kluwe's out there? Yeah. When is it going to be, the next big time football player to come out and say, I'm against homophobia? That should be the actual search, so the question should be changed. Instead of saying, when is it going to be their first gay out athlete? Is it when there's going to be more straight allies out there, so that the culture changes, so that if a player does come out, it's not a big deal. If Peyton Manning and Eli Manning and all these actual top players say, you know what, I'm okay with having a gay teammate, then it would make it easier for a player to want to come out. So I think that we have to change the actual question and say, who's going to be the next Chris Kluwe? That should be the next question.
Well, and it's not just me. I mean, there's also Brendan Iambadegio, Scott Fajita, Connor Barwin with the Texans. There are players in the NFL that are, trying to make it more supportive and a more welcoming culture. But I agree with you. I think we need more players to step up. And I'm not going to force guys to do that, because at the end of the day, your paycheck is for playing football. It's not for making statements. But at the same time, I think if more of us can show that, it doesn't matter in the locker room, then we can make that culture and that atmosphere where a player does feel comfortable coming out.